Tell me a little bit about why you think people should support the arts in Kalamazoo, because Kalamazoo is one of those cities, man, isn't it?
The arts is when the world shut down, where did we turn to keep us going? To give us inspiration, to give us hope. We turn to the arts. We turn to film. We turn to books. We turn to art. We turn to music.
I grew up in Boston, like I said. I went to school in Philadelphia. I went to school in Cleveland. I live in Atlanta. Big American cities. But I'm amazed every time I come to Kalamazoo, and on any given night that I'm working with the Kalamazoo Symphony, there'll be one or two musical events that I would say, hey, if I wasn't actually busy, I would want to go see that. And that's remarkable in Kalamazoo. A town that was, 3 times the size of Kalamazoo would be proud to have these things, and you have them all in this amazing community.
When I moved here, that was the first thing that I noticed. I could not believe the amount of support for the arts here in such a small city.
And sometimes it does take somebody from the outside looking in to say, you don't see these things? Because I know people that grew up in Kalamazoo that didn't notice a lot of things. Like, I didn't know you can go here. I know because I asked. Like, I didn't. Yeah, so just the feeling of being welcome.
So Paulo, can you tell me, why should people support the arts in Kalamazoo?
I can't think of a reason why not. I mean, art is an expression of who we are. We need to express ourselves, and we express ourselves often through art. And so it's important to be able to connect Kalamazoo to the world. And as part of that is to express arts in Kalamazoo, and to support the arts in Kalamazoo is essential to make those cultural connections and to promote global engagement.
And it's something of beauty. It's something that just connects everyone. And it creates friendships no matter where you are in the world. It brings people together. And so I think the arts are vital to any community.
And there's really great people that are behind the arts as well. The people that are making these products, being able to support them as well is huge. You're directly supporting another person's livelihood, which is a lot different than maybe if you're shopping at, a big box store or something like that, and you don't see that really direct impact that you're having.
We support each other so deeply. Everything that we do in Kalamazoo, we rely on our neighbors, our friends. It's a really wonderful, rich environment for creating art.
If my family hadn't moved to Kalamazoo, I don't know if I would have taken up a degree in performance violin. And I think it's because Kalamazoo does foster a great deal of community around the performing arts. I think without that, I wouldn't be playing the violin.
I wouldn't be anything without the community I had grown with. Fire and Kalamazoo played such an important role in my life, and community support is something that not everyone is lucky enough to get.
Art is expression. And even if it's through music, if it's through, the fine arts, through dance, through, business, barbering, beauty shops. I mean, those are the arts.
Art is emotion. Art is something that we can hold on to when we're feeling down or when we just need a moment to breathe.
Art is really the bedrock. We're the conveners, the healers, the folks that basically make our communities worth getting up, going to work each day.
Why support the arts in Kalamazoo?
Well, now we see why. Because without the arts, we feel emptiness. We don't feel complete. The arts are so important to our daily lives. And now that most of the arts have been either taken away or reduced, I think we all see how much they mean to us and what they mean to every person.
We know that one song can calm us down, or we know that book, or sometimes just looking at that picture, somebody pouring out something artistically has an effect.
The arts can make kids and people feel good about themselves. There's no language there. You could be on the other side of the moon or on the other side of the world.
And just taking that away, I can see how depleted the lives of people are that count on this, that require art and require music to feed themselves.
When those artists stop, it's because they weren't able to financially support what it is that they were trying to do. Things cost, materials cost money.
It's important to support here, otherwise you would find yourself having to go to different locations. Basically everything you need is here. You don't have to go to Chicago or Detroit or Indianapolis.
We're very, very aware of how this has affected us emotionally as a culture. And I think that so many people are looking for a light at the end of the tunnel, something that they can celebrate when people start to get vaccinated and more people get vaccinated and we're able to start to go back to what we used to be doing. I'm really looking forward personally to being able to take part in live music again.
If you know an artist or a musician, the best thing you can do for them is hire them right now. And if that means a Zoom concert or a little intro lesson at their instrument or buying one of their pieces of, one of their massive pieces that, maybe you wouldn't have shelled out $1,000 for before, that's going to be really meaningful for them to continue doing what they're doing. So yes, the arts got many of us through it, but an important reminder for everybody is that there's a person behind that art that you love. So if you're an arts lover, then you are an artist lover. And that's a really integral part of that gathering and that community that I just wanted to highlight.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.